Imagine this, it's a normal Tuesday, you're walking around just minding your own business, and because you have your phone in your pocket, it buzzes. You reach in, you look at it, and what? I just got approved for a loan, but then panic sets in. I don't recall applying for a loan. I haven't applied for one since last year. What's going on? And that, folks, is the beginning of identity theft. What can you do to keep yourself protected? Well, that's why you're probably here. In this video, we're gonna go over one of those tools, Norton LifeLock. We'll go over what it does, how it functions, and how well it integrates into your life, meaning, is it easy to use? Is it simple to sign up for? Also, stick around. Later in this video, I will share the best way to get the best deal on these products. So let's get started. Now, Norton LifeLock does provide multiple layers to keep your identity secure. First, Norton watches for signs of fraud by monitoring your credit activity. And how it does this is by monitoring your credit with all three major credit bureaus. Now, there is a little asterisk with that. You get all three credit bureaus when you sign up for their top tier plan. On any of the lower tier plans, you do only get monitoring for one credit bureau. And I will say that it keeps the interface simple by allowing you to lock your TransUnion credit with one click of a button from the user interface, which is a really nice touch. For financial security, Norton will send you alerts as money or funds are being withdrawn from accounts. Now, I understand that most banks at this point offer fraud alerts, but it is nice to have all of those alerts under one place. Norton also tracks your change of addresses, meaning if your postal code address changes for any reason, it will alert you to that. Now, something that happens with identity theft is perpetrators will reroute your mail to try to get your bank statements or credit card offers, and having that peace of mind of being alerted if someone changes your address without having it be you is pretty nice. For the sake of explaining this, I will say that the dark web is where stolen information goes to get sold. And so if your information shows up on the dark web, Norton will alert you of that. Another feature is worth mentioning is Norton's privacy monitoring. Now, with this, it goes hand in hand with data brokers who scrape your information from the internet and sell it. Now, with this, it goes and scans for your personal information on these data broker sites. But I will say that in order to remove it, you'll need to manually remove it, unless you pay for their highest tier, where it will then become automatic. Again, another asterisk is it only covers 19 data broker sites, which is a good start, but it isn't robust enough for me to say that that is all you need. For that, you would need a dedicated service like Delete Me or Optary. Depending on the plan that you go with, you might get certain add-ons with that tier, like VPN or antivirus software. And if you do want to try it out, you can at 30 days free trial. Or if you're already set on buying it, don't forget to check out the description below for an exclusive discount code to save you some money. Now, what's it like setting up Norton LifeLock? Well, I would say it's pretty simple and straightforward. You input your personal information, your payment method, and you choose which services you want, and then you move on to the next. The dashboard is clean and easy to navigate, so that's definitely a plus. Whether you're on your mobile device or on a desktop, alerts are easy to see and find, with the user integration being pretty clean. One thing to watch out for if you're in the App Store is knowing which Norton product you're downloading. So for this specific product, make sure you're looking for Norton LifeLock with identity theft protection. If your plan does include antivirus or VPN protection, you may need to download separate apps to get those features. It's a small inconvenience, but I do want you to be aware so that you don't miss anything. Now, monitoring is great, but what do I do if the worst happens? If fraud or identity theft does occur, rest easy that you do get 24/7 support. But what exactly does that look like? Again, this is where, depending on what tier you've purchased with Norton, the service and the speed at which you get it is also going to vary. So if you go with the highest tier, you will definitely get priority assistance. That means that you'll get your calls answered quicker. If you're on the lower tier, well, you're gonna have to wait a little bit. Having a dedicated team to call is paramount when the worst happens. I will give Norton that. But I would love to see their higher tier services like this priority assistance be extended to all plans, not just the highest tier. Think of identity theft protection like an insurance policy. You never want to use it, but if the worst does happen, you definitely want to be covered. What coverage you get with identity theft protection does count on what tier you are on. So if you're on the lowest tier, you will get an insurance that covers about $25,000. The mid tier does increase that to $100,000 of coverage. And the highest tier covers up to $3 million divided into 3 key areas. If you have higher assets, the lower tiers might not fit with what you need in protection at all. So it is worth considering what kind of protection you need in order to choose the best tier that fits you. With the pricing tiers, here's what you're getting. With the lowest tier, you're getting simple credit monitoring and simple identity theft protection. With the middle of the road tier, the add-ons become a little more in depth. And with the highest tier, well, you get their full comprehensive coverage with the most robust credit monitoring, covering all 3 major credit bureaus, and the most robust financial protection by having the best identity theft protection coverage of the $3 million I spoke about. Now, I will note that if you're a family, Norton also has family plans available for you, so check those out. Overall, I would say that Norton LifeLock offers robust protection. It's comprehensive at its highest tiers, and it gives you peace of mind. Plus, the add-ons are a bonus like VPNs and antivirus software. However, some of the features like full credit monitoring, data broker removal, and their priority calling, I feel like could be a lot more inclusive. But for those actually looking for a more comprehensive and inclusive coverage, I would suggest Aura. Now, Aura is actually what I personally use. And what I've found with them is that their customer support is a little bit faster when it comes to real-time emergencies. Their credit monitoring is across all plans, 3 credit bureaus, and their data broker removal covers more sites, and the dark web monitoring function flagged more unique situations than its counterpart. Either way, investing in identity theft protection is a no-brainer and essential. Now, if Norton LifeLock is what fits you, definitely check out the description below for an exclusive link. Now, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one.